Missing in New Zealand, the baffling mystery of Irena Asher. Irena Asher was a 25 years old Auckland trainee teacher and part-time model who disappeared at Piha on the 11th of October 2004. Irena Asher makes several calls to the police. She states that she is scared and feels pressured for sex. A patrol car is not sent. Police tell her that they will send a taxi for her. The taxi went to the wrong address. She disappeared and was never seen again. The timeline. In early October 2004, Irena broke up with her long-term boyfriend to start seeing another man. On October 10th at 8 a.m., Irena is picked up by her new boyfriend, a friend of his who has a house in Piha, and his girlfriend. They drive to Piha and arrive at the friend's house about 9 a.m. The four of them begin drinking and listening to music. Around 12 p.m., the friends say that Irena left the house by climbing down a tree and headed to the beach. At approximately 1 p.m., Irena is brought back to the friend's house by a passerby. She is wet and covered in sand. Her boyfriend says he gives her a shower and a change of dry clothes. The three state that Irena spent the afternoon swinging between happy and sad, that she was dancing naked or covering herself with a duvet cover and crying on and off. Around 7 p.m. that night, Irena gets upset with her new boyfriend and tells him to leave, which he does. There is no indication of what Irena was doing in the next couple of hours. Irena Asher makes several calls to the police. She states that she is scared and feels pressured for sex. A patrol car is not sent. Police tell her that they will send a taxi for her. The taxi went to the wrong address. She disappeared and was never seen again. Read more. Missing person. At 9 p.m., Irena makes several calls to the police. She states that she is scared and feels pressured for sex. A patrol car is not sent. Police tell her that they will send a taxi for her. The taxi went to the wrong address. At 9:30 p.m., a concerned resident and her son pick up Irena and take her back to their house. Irena is dried off and they put her to bed. October 11th, 1 a.m. to 1:10 a.m., Irena left the address with no explanation, wearing only a dressing gown. The son of one of the residents at that address calls 111 and reports that he and his mother had picked up a young woman who was aimlessly walking along the road about 4 hours earlier, and that she had left the address at about 1:10 a.m. Their concerns were that she had suddenly departed, and a short distance away had discarded her clothing on a cold night, and that she may have been under the influence of drugs. In response to this call, a new event was logged as Priority 1 and police were promptly dispatched to Piha, and other emergency services were activated, including the Piha alarm to alert residents to an emergency. At 1:30 a.m., Irena is seen by two dog walkers. She is naked, acting oddly and heading towards the beach. They do not call the police. This was the last time Irena was seen. A police vehicle was sent at 1:25 a.m. from Henderson and arrived in Piha half an hour later with immediate checks at an address in Piha. The search. On October 12th, the police release a statement about the search for Irena. Officer in charge of the search, Sergeant Mark Fergus, says, "The focus of the searchers is to look for any signs or evidence that could assist in locating Miss Asher. Some of the terrain is steep and difficult to search in the Piha area, but the searchers are highly trained in checking all possibilities, and that is what they are doing," says Sergeant Fergus. Searchers include search and rescue volunteers, police, park rangers, and the Air Force. Dogs are also being used in the search. Detectives from Waitakere CIB are also assisting with inquiries in the area. Date/SNOR/Sugget John Sutton is officer in charge of the missing person inquiry. There are a number of possibilities that have to be considered as we search for Miss Asher, and people in the Piha area can assist by making regular checks of their properties, as Miss Asher could still be wandering in the area, says Sergeant Fergus. There is no sign of Irena. October 13th, police say search teams at Piha are continuing to look for missing Auckland woman Irena Asher, and a group of her family are also working with the search teams. OC Search Sergeant Mark Fergus says, "The family have already been searching for Irena, and today have been assigned areas to check, so are working with the search teams." Uniformed staff are also going door to door this morning talking with Piha residents. OC of the missing person inquiry, Date/S/Sturt John Sutton, says, "Property searches have already been done in the past 2 days, but the aim of the area canvass by staff is to find out any more information that could assist the inquiry team as part of the search for Irena. On October 17th, police say they have worked with the family of Irena Asher to establish a profile of her behavior. Police and Irena's family say there are strong similarities in her behavior the night she disappeared with other times when she had been sick because of her bipolar condition. On the night Irena disappeared, police say statements indicate there was some strange behavior. Irena's family have told police when she is sick, Irena will hide and have no contact with her family. She will convince others of her manic behavior, does not sleep, has mood swings, has excessive amounts of energy, gives the appearance she is on drugs and has an aversion to light. Detective Senior Sergeant Sutton says, on the night she disappeared, Irena is described as having erratic behavior, including mood swings, a strong, purposeful walk, and an aversion to light. She also told people she was with that she had been given hard drugs, but then later said she had not. Irena's family says she does not take drugs. One witness who believed she may have been on drugs came to a later conclusion she may be suffering from a mental illness, says Detective Senior Sergeant Sutton. Police believe Irena was not complying with the regime of medication that was prescribed for her. October 19th, the police say they are trying to locate 4 people who stayed at the Piha campground that night. That includes 2 French tourists and a man who was asked to leave the camp due to his antisocial behavior described as upsetting to other campers. Police have also released an identikit picture of the man who went by the name Scott, but police are unsure if this is his name. He left the camp at about 11 p.m. on the night Irena disappeared. Detective Senior Sergeant John Sutton says, this man is not a suspect, but is one of a number of people police need to identify and speak to. The man is described as Caucasian aged between 40 and 50, 178 centimeters in height, 5'10", medium build with a shaven bald head. A fat face, brown beard to chest, brownish possibly false teeth. Bush-style clothing. A distinctive wart on the left rear of his head. Carried a canvas kit bag with a water bag tied to bag worn over the shoulder with a homemade strap. If anyone believes they know the identity of the man or of other people at Piha yet to be spoken to by police, they should contact the Henderson Police on 0-9839-0600. End. All over the country, people were talking about what happened that night. How did the police get it so wrong? What happened to Irena? If the police sent a patrol car in the first instance, would Irena be alive? The investigation. On October 20th, 2004. Police reveal that an inquiry has been conducted and a report has been completed for review by the Police Complaints Authority into the 111 call Irena Asher made to police. Some key points, link to full report below.